your block handy. Let's start with the arms down by the sides. 3 times. Inhale, extend your arms up like a good morning stretch. And exhale, back down. One more. Keep your arms up this time. Good. Now, slide your right leg to the right, cross your right ankle, or sorry, left ankle on top. Side bend the upper body to the right and take 3 deep breaths. Big nose breathing. Good. Switch sides. Side bending left for 3 breaths. Come back to center, and let's pull the right knee up toward the right side of the chest. Squeeze that knee in, maybe circle the ankle 2 or 3 times. Good, now hold them behind your thigh, extend your leg up. You can exhale and lift your head and chest up. Pull that leg in, feel free to lift your left leg as well. Good, lower the head down again. Let's go right into lying down pigeon. So cross right ankle over left thigh. And pull your left knee in. Rock side to side if you want. Good, after your next exhale, let's step the left foot back to the ground, and we'll go into a twist. Stretch your arms out to the sides and collapse your knees to the right. 3 more breaths. Good, on an inhale, come back and go back to Shavasana. Let everything go, take a deep breath. Arm stretch overhead, inhale. Bend your left knee in. Move around the ankle. Then hold behind your left thigh, extend that leg up. Just awaken the hamstrings. If you want, lift your head and chest up. Slide your hands up the leg. Right leg can lift and breathe. Make your exhales count. Engage your abs more. Good. Let's move on to lying down pigeon. Lower the head, left ankle crosses over, and pull that right thigh behind the thigh or around the shin. One more deep cleansing breath here. All right, and let's turn this into a twist. Collapse your knees to the left. Try to breathe into the lower lungs. One more. And on an inhale, come back to center and release. Good. Position your hips so your sacrum is right in the center, and I want you to grab your block now. If the work with the block is too much, you're just going to do this. You're going to step your feet on the ground and leave it at that and do the abs from here. If you can, I want you to put the block lightly between your inner thighs, about mid-thigh, and extend your legs up to the ceiling. Of course, the straighter your legs, the harder this will be. So do your best to get your legs as straight as you can. Good. And now clasp your hands behind your head. On an exhale, lift up. So this is home base. Front ribs are nestled into the body. And we'll do 12 little crunches. 2, 3, go slow. 4. Not about how high you go. Just keep those abs engaged. That's about 7, 8, 9, 10, 2 more, 11, and 12. Good. Lower everything down. For a moment, drop your knees apart and breathe. All right, we have a round 2, and we'll split it into 6 for each side. Again, feet can be on the ground, or you're going to squeeze that block lightly and extend your legs up, sacrum grounded. And instead of clasping, and you can still clasp if you have otherwise neck issues, but if you can, take your hands at the heart and lift your chest. Now reach your hands over to the right side and pulse to the right 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Back to namaste. Reach your hands to the left and 6 times. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right, release. Back to Baddha Supta Konasana. Release the block. Hands somewhere on the muscles that just worked, and breathe. Good. And when you're done, let's come up to seated position. Cross one ankle in front of the other with your hands resting on your knees. And let me just change the camera view. Somehow I got tiny. All right, good. So begin to rotate your trunk. Just organically moving. Rotate the head along if you want. Eventually reverse. One more. Good. Come back to neutral. On an inhale, float the arms up and fold forward. 2 more breaths here. Just think of broadening the hips here, softening the low back. And let's rise back up. Good. We will take the right foot and slide it behind us. Anywhere, so if you slide the knee way back, it's harder to lift. So find a good angle for that right foot for you. Left hand behind you and lift your hips up. Stretch through that right front hip. One more breath. Release down. Good. And let's do the same thing right on the other side. Right hand behind you and lift. Reach up, stretch like you're reaching for something. Use your glutes to push the hips forward. And come down. So now cross the legs the opposite way, whichever is your opposite way. Good. So let's get into the side body here. Let's take the right arm up, hands to the nape of the neck. Left hand grabs the elbow and just side bend left. Just pull that elbow over. Try to breathe into your right lung. On an inhale, come up. Set up the arms the other way. And exhale, bend to the right. Send your breath into the left lung. All right, come back to center. And we'll go right onto all fours. Set up your hands underneath your shoulders. Set up your knees under the hips. And let's do 4 rounds of arching and rounding. Press up through the upper back as you exhale. One more time. So we'll add on a little into a supported side plank. So let's start with the right leg going back and your left arm going forward. Squeeze both glutes if you can. One more breath here. And now let's switch. Take your left hands to the floor. Rotate open. I like to spin my left ankle left and rotate open to supported side plank. Looking down makes this easier. Now, if you have your balance, bend your left leg, which is really your right leg, sorry, and grab the ankle behind you. Find your steadiness through the breath. All right, release. Back to all fours. Center. And now stretch your left leg back, right arm forward. Switch hands, right hand down, open to the left. Grab your left ankle if you have that balance here. Good, and release, back to all fours. Gently tuck your toes and sit back to your heels for a moment. If you have painful bunions, this might not feel good, then just do a little or skip this, otherwise stretch your feet open. One more breath here. Good, and then pat it out. Great. And we will come to standing. I'll adjust the camera. Good. So we'll do a little bit of a flow today. I will have you stand at the top of the mat. I'm sure everyone can see my feet here on this. Stand at the top of your mat in a mountain pose. And on an inhalation, just sweep the arms up and slightly back. Stretch back. And then fold forward. Step your right foot back, lower the knee to the ground. So make sure there's lots of space between your 2 feet and sink your hips down and forward. Hands are on the floor still as you look up. Good, here you can come to plank pose. If you don't do plank, just go to all fours. Inhale. And exhale, lower your knees, lower chest, everything down to the floor. Cobra pose, inhale. Just lift your head and chest. That will activate your back muscles. One more breath. Go down, press back, do a quick child's pose. I want my toes tucked here for a little stretch. And then into downward facing dog. Get it out for a moment. Good. Now sweep your right leg up to the ceiling. Just do what you can. You might not do this part. And step that right foot between your hands. If you don't quite reach, grab the ankle, step it forward, and lower your back knee. Lunge. Sink your hips down. Now look down, tuck your back toes, and on an exhale, take a big step forward. Back to that forward bend. First round is always the stiffest round, so on your next inhale, reach your arms forward and all the way up to standing, maybe a back bend. And back to mountain pose. We'll do one more round with the left side. Inhale, reach up. Fold forward, exhale. Stay one breath. Now step your left foot back, lower that knee to the ground. This time, if you want, keep your back toes tucked. Bring your hands to the front thigh. Lift your left knee 2 inches, so this should be a lot of work on your thighs. You can totally keep that knee on the ground or work your legs and glutes, left knee's hovering. So you're not in a lunge, you're hovering that knee an inch or two off the ground. Arms overhead, 2 breaths. Carefully put your fingers on the floor, back knee down, and come to a quick half split. So shift your hips back and stretch out your right leg in front of you. One more breath. Maybe this breath, you walk your hands to the right. Back to center and into plank pose unless you're happier on all fours. But work your stomach, pull your lower belly in to the spine if you're doing your plank. One more breath in. And exhale, lower knees, lower chest. Cobra pose. Good. Knees down. Back into down dog. Stretch your armpits long. From your down dog, if you have to balance, raise your left leg way up to the ceiling and then forward between your hands. Back toes stay curved if you plan on doing that little lift. Hands to the front thigh. And when you're ready, pick up the right knee. Let it hover and raise your arms up. Press through the feet. Press the floor away with your feet. One more breath. With control, fingers back to the ground. Don't crash your knee down. Just send the right knee back down and into your half split. Good. For one more breath, you can walk your hands to the left if you like. Back to neutral and finish with going to forward bend. Feet hip width apart and just hang your torso down and play around with bending your knees slightly and making your spine longer. Pull your low back out. Hang here, breathe. Good, let the arms drop and come rolling up to standing. Roll the shoulders. Good. All right, we're going to prepare for a balance pose by working on the legs one more time. So I'll show this one from the side as well. Your feet are hip width apart. We'll do two types of chair. Standing mountain pose. Now stretch your arms out. Inhale. And sit back to chair. Notice how your hips want to be. So this is not a good chair. See how my knees are forward and my ankles are really kind of bending forward? You want to sit your butt back as much as you can. Make sure you don't round your spine. Get a side view of yourself and literally just feel like you're hinging backwards at the hip creases. One more breath. And release back to standing. Now the next one, we're trying to lift our heels, okay? If that doesn't work for you, repeat this first one. Otherwise, arms out, inhale. Lift up off of the heels. Now bend your knees. Brace your corset around your waist here. So this time my butt isn't going back. It's hovering right over the heels. Go one more inch lower if you can. Hand release, good. Rotate out your ankles. And then I'd like you, if you have a block, just have it near you. We can use it for warrior two. So step your feet open. Let's work a little more on the legs. Turn right foot open and place that block to the big toe side. Take a wide stance, maybe as wide as your wrists, and then lunge into warrior two. Breathe into your lower lungs. Now, lean a little forward with your right hand. Reach forward, and then the block, hand that goes onto the block, left arm to the ceiling. Raise your low belly and breathe into the lower lungs. Two more. Good, now bring the block with you. Push the floor away with your feet and come up. Other side. Plant the block to big toe side. Arms out. And lunge into Vira two. Make sure this is a proud pose. Lift your chest, shoulders back. Now reach your left hand a little forward and then down to the block. Right arm up, gaze up. Find that deep breath with the low belly engaged. It's not a sucking in or hollowing out the low belly, it's just a bracing. Two more. Good. Leave the block and press up. Turn your feet to the front, so the outer edges of the feet are parallel to the mat. The outer edges of the mat. Good. We're going to clasp our hands behind our back. Now we're turning, rather than folding to the center, I want you to turn to the right. So just kind of pivot as best as you can pivot on the sticky mat. Pivot over the right leg, square your hips, and fold in. Now, if clasping your hands doesn't do anything for you, just put your hands down on the ankle. Press those knuckles overhead. Good. And brace that belly and come back up. Pivot over the left leg. Now, behind you, your clasp, switch the palms. So rotate every finger one over. Inhale. And fold in. Tough on the balance because our hands are bound. So do what you can. Gaze at one spot and breathe to center. On an in-breath, come back up. Turn to the wide stance again. And we'll do our triangle pose. Turn your right foot open, left heel back a little, arms out. Inhale, reach beyond that foot and lower your right hand down. Left arm can go up or bind behind you, but try to rotate your gaze up to the ceiling. If you find yourself leaning forward, I want you to think of aligning both your shoulders over that right leg. On an inhale, come back. And let's switch the foot position to the reverse side. Arms out. Reach beyond your left foot and lower. Whatever variation you did, but turn your gaze up if possible. One more. Good. And finally, come back up. Turn your feet to the center. If you have your block again, bring it right underneath your chest somewhere. Good. Stretching back first. And then fold forward. You can use the block at first for your head, or don't use it just yet. We'll need it for the second part. Good. The second part is this. Lift your chest, put the block underneath your chest, and now reach your right arm to the ceiling into a twist. And then switch. Good. Bring it down and come up to standing. All right, step your feet together and we'll take it into a balance pose. So take a quick break, mountain pose. Good. And for our balance, we're going to take the left foot and grab it behind us. Right arm up. I'll turn sideways for this. You can make this a standing straight pose. Or you can begin to lean forward and press your left leg back. And slowly release back down. Other side, grab your right ankle, left arm up. Begin to lean forward. Once you have your balance, kick your right heel back. Oop. Release. Good. And let's lie on the back for a moment. Change the camera again. Oh, just lie down and relax for a moment from all you've just done. Taking deep breaths, filling the lungs with oxygen. And we'll do a little more work for our legs here. So put the block between your thighs again, about mid-thigh. You can put it this way or this flatter way, okay? Up to you. Step your feet under your knees and then lift up into bridge. You just have to hold the block. You don't have to squeeze it. Your inner thighs are definitely activated. Now, when you're ready, if you can do that, pick your left foot up. If it bothers your back, don't pick up a foot, please. This will throw off your balance and you have to use your right glutes and your core quite a bit. Good. Right foot up now. And your inner thighs have to work because you don't get to splay out your knees. Good. Right foot down and lower the hips. Take your left foot into happy baby pose and slide your right leg down. Good. And switch. Good. Release. Shake out your legs for a moment. And we're going to do a little sit-up. So if you have no low back issues, arms overhead, inhale, and exhale, come sitting up. Good. So once you're in that seated position, let's do a couple of poses here. Step the soles of your feet together. Butterfly your knees up and down. Let them just drop and fold in. By folding in, make sure you're not just doing the dropping of the neck. Keep your chest high and just lean your belly forward, whatever that means. And if at the end you feel like you want to drop your head then, that's fine. Come back up. Extend your right leg to the right. Good. Inhale, reach your arms up. Turn over that right leg. And exhale, fold. Come back up. Release your hands down. Good. Take that right foot behind you. So your right shin is resting on your left arch. And twist left. Turn your neck to the left as far as you can. Then unwind. Send your legs forward, shake it out for a minute. And then let's extend the left leg out, right heel in. For this side, arms up, inhale, and fold in. Slowly come back up. Release your hands down. Take your left shin onto the right arch. And twist right. Good. Unwind. And let's move on to all fours again. All fours and preferably into a downward dog. We're setting up pigeon, but you don't have to do down dog, but if you can, do that for a moment. Press your heels back and down, press your pelvis back. Feel like you're pressing your chest toward your thighs and your hips are high. Good, and then the right knee comes forward behind your right wrist into pigeon. And slide your left leg back. Lift your torso up, bend your right leg, your left leg, and grab the ankle. Let's release. Go back to downward facing dog. And bring your left knee forward to pigeon. When you're ready, lift your torso, grab your back ankle. Release and come to seated. Extend your legs forward. Shake it out, get some energy and life into those legs. Final forward stretch. Inhale, reach up. And fold in. Release. And now lie onto your stomach and then turn around. So have a little more space. Have your belt or whatever you got as a prop near you. And just lie down for 3 breaths. Pause. Now grab your prop, put it around the right foot. Extend that leg up. So you can have a soft knee or a really straight leg here. Lower the leg to the right. On an inhale, bring it up and lower the leg left. Make this a twist, so rotate the right hip up, but keep your right shoulder close to the floor. On an in-breath, bring it up and switch to the other leg. Lower the leg left. Come back up and lower the leg to the right. Come back up and lower both legs down. Take a breath. Good. For the shoulder stand, you can use your block, or you can come all the way up. So I'll show the all the way up one first. If you've never done shoulder stand, it's probably better if you do it in the classroom where a teacher can observe you. If you've done it before, you know, just lift your hips up, put the hands to the sides of the pelvis as little support. Never put any weight in the head or neck. So I'm pinching my shoulders back and my weight is on my arms and shoulders. There's not a single vertebra on the floor. That's the full version. Do that, or put the block underneath your hips and extend your legs up. So if you're in this one, you're going to go forward, right? One leg stays up, one hovers over the ground. If you're in full shoulder stand, go backward into one-legged plow. So just play around, either hold one leg down, one leg up, or go into faster reps. Those of you who are in full shoulder stand, and maybe you've even done full plow, you eventually want to come back down now. If you're in this one, probably stay a moment longer since this is pretty supported here. Good, and everyone, wherever you are, release. Take a breath. Now up into fish position. Hands close to or underneath the butt, palms up or down, and lift up into your fish. Use your block on the bra line if you want. And lower back down. Once you're down, let the head heavily drop into the floor and just roll it side to side without lifting it again. Even if it shifts a little, just explore the range of motion of your rotation here. Back to center, and we'll just finish with some breathing. Step the feet together, knees out. One hand on your pelvis or your low belly area. One hand on your rib cage or even your chest. Close your eyes. Let's inhale deeply. And exhale through the mouth. So as you inhale, feel the belly rise first, then your ribs expand, and then your chest to the very top. And exhale. Relaxing the body into the exhales. Keep going. So having the hand on the belly gives us awareness that we want that area to expand and relax into the inhale first. Don't force anything, so don't poke out your belly if this is not happening. Just continue breathing, and eventually your body will relax enough to not just breathe up in the chest. Two more. Good, and release your legs straight, arms to the sides, palms up. Take a moment to move around to get very comfortable. So comfortable that you don't have to move anything for the next couple minutes. So just going into this tension relaxation pattern, make fists with your hands. Straighten your arms, lift them slightly off the ground, squeeze every muscle in your hands. Inhale, and exhale, drop it. Any tension and engagement in your arms and hands, relax now. Flex your feet, engage your quads, your shins, your calves, your butt. Squeeze everything in your lower body. Inhale. And relax everything. Exhale. Open your mouth. Stick out your tongue. Open your eye. Inhale. And exhale. Let it all relax. If you need another round of that, go for it. Now, try to bring yourself into the present moment. Just deeply connect with yourself. Notice how your mind, your body feel. No judging, we're just tuning in. We'll be quiet for at least a minute. I just want you to think of one thing that works for you right now. Maybe a mantra, I feel strong, I feel healthy, or a sense of gratitude in your body. Commit to that and focus on it for the next minute. And deepen your next breath. Wiggle your fingers and toes. And inhale, reach your arms overhead. Take them back down, bend your knees in. And roll to one side. Come up to seated. The gesture of gratitude for whatever you are grateful for right now, place your hands together. Namaste.